What's up, guys? This is an amazing day. It's a beautiful sunny day, and one thing I really want to touch base about is this manifestation of ideas. Now, there's a certain level of curation that comes into play when you're talking about the way that your brain works and the way that your brain develops kind of manufactures ideas, this creative mindset that you have to be in order to start pumping out great ideas. We are very creative human beings. Human beings, I mean, are very creative, and we're born with this natural ability to think outside the box and to think of things that have not already existed. If you look at what we have now, based off of what we were created with, the I guess you could say the the opportunities are endless. The options are endless. What we could do is absolutely limitless. So you open up. You open up with this. Hey, I'm here. What's up? It's we're talking about a certain thing, and this allows your mind to get in this mindset of creation, of manufacturing ideas. So one thing I really want to touch base on is, how do you get your mind in this place where you can start manufacturing ideas on ideas and creating this, creating this realm that your mind sits in order to, problem solve, in order to invent things, in order to create things, in order to, just pump out ideas. And everyone has ideas. But the key is not only getting your mind in the realm of creating things and producing great ideas, but implementing them once they've already been created and once they already exist. I think it's very important to, one, realize that you can put yourself in this absolutely creative realm, this insane realm of possibility. Once you put your mind there, once you realize that you're capable of getting there, personally speaking, I've found it so difficult for me in the past to put my mind in this realm of creativity, by choice. And I've experienced that this realm of creativity comes and goes randomly. And once I'm there, I find myself taking advantage of it as much as I can, because once I'm there, I realize, wow, this is only going to last so long. So I must, do what I can to record what's going on, to make sure that there's records and there's accounts for what's going on in my mind and what's being produced. That way, it's not just lost in time and space. The big thing that people are struggling with, this huge upset, is ideas, amazing ideas, great, fantastic ideas that are lost in time and space, absolutely gone. And this is because they come and go. And once we put ourselves in this realm, or once we enter this realm where our minds end up running with ideas and possibilities, we don't always know how to get those ideas concrete down and on paper or in sand, wherever you want to put these ideas down. And then they end up disappearing, and you don't really remember the details later on. It ends up being lost in time and space. So this concept of finding what gets your brain, what gets your mind in this realm, think of it like a bubble of creativity. What gets your brain flowing with great ideas, with brain fluid that generates amazing ideas. One thing I figured out is the power of physical activity. Nothing personally boosts my creative mind more than getting physically active. And this is as simple as walking. And if you find yourself struggling with any problem, I guarantee you that you'll become closer to a solution if you just get outside, you surround yourself with trees, you surround yourself in some kind of, nature realm, and you'll see the way that things start balancing out in your body. Just go walk through the woods, walk past a river or a creek, do something that involves the natural flow of nature, the natural flow of the earth. And this will cause your brain to balance out and to start flowing and fluctuating. Your mind is going to, relax and release so much tension that's going on. And this is accentuated with the amount of strenuous activity that you then end up practicing and engaging in. So one thing I've realized is that physical activity, yes, just by walking will allow my brain fluids to, flow more frequently. Say that 10 times. Walking every day, walking every morning, walking every afternoon, walking every evening will allow your brain fluids to start flowing more frequently. And it's a fact. It's just going to happen. Your mind is going to be at ease, relaxed, peaceful, tranquil. This is a good thing. This is an amazing thing that you want in your life, to be able to solve the issues that are going down, overcome the challenges that are coming up against you, and overall feel more relaxed, stress-free. So once you realize that simply walking can do that for you, pushing yourself, engaging in physical activity that really pushes yourself, that really causes your body to excrete perspiration, to excrete fluids, that's what's going to put you in that realm of I can overcome anything. Someone told me, I heard that working out in the morning is one of the best things. Working out and becoming very strenuous and working your muscles in the morning can be one of the best things for you, because your body psychologically will notice that you're doing such this strenuous activity immediately when you wake up. The rest of your day will end up being so easy because you've done the hardest thing already. You've accomplished the hardest thing you could accomplish for your day, and that's causing your body to just push itself to the limits and do what you don't think you didn't think you could do, but you woke up. And even if you wake up early, waking up early to work out can absolutely put you on this entirely different realm, this entirely different, functioning lifestyle, because your brain gets clear, your body gets wiped and refreshed. So if you can't engage in this, strenuous physical activity, at least get outside and walk. It's the absolute best thing you could do for yourself. At least get outside and walk. This will put you in that realm that I'm talking about, that incredible realm that allows your mind to think differently, think more creatively. You want your brain to do that. You want your mind to do that. And you want to be more relaxed. There's nothing there's no better feeling, rather, than being peaceful and calm and relaxed in your body. Now, it's crazy. I'm here at Lake Erie. That's actually Lake Erie behind us. And it's a crazy lake. It's huge. It's one of the Great Lakes of the United States. And it's the first time I was ever up here. I lived in the southeastern portion of Pennsylvania for so long. I kind of completely forgot that there's this other side to the state. So we drove up here and we're experiencing this, and it's so incredibly peaceful to just stand next to and to lay right aside. Your mind definitely starts engaging in different process of thought. Your mind's process of thinking, the way that your brain thinks, the way that your thoughts end up coming out are completely different when you're relaxed, and I can't stress this enough. So if you need that extra push, get outside, put yourself around nature, put yourself around these natural things such as water, plant life, a winded area where it's very windy, where there's fire. There's nothing better than sitting next to a campfire. I don't have to tell you that. Sitting next to a campfire is so relaxing. One, from the heat that you feel from the flames, and two, from the sound of the crackling of the wood. That's an amazingly peaceful sound. Put yourself next to the natural elements on this planet. Put yourself next to water, put yourself next to fire, engage in walking in dirt. Walking in dirt can be the most refreshing feelings in the world. this will really help you. I mean, as I guess, you got to think about it. As time goes on, we forget that we're very, very natural beings, and our bodies are so accustomed to being in nature that when we're ripped out of it, and when we're constantly being torn towards distractions, especially in 2018, our brains are constantly being distracted. It's actually a war, if you think about it. It's a battle for your distraction, for your attention span. And attention spans have shrunk tremendously due to the fact that there's so much stimulation all around us. And it's not our fault, but we can do something about it, and we can put ourselves in positions. We can put ourselves in the position of avoiding distractions. So one way to do that is, getting peaceful, getting tranquil, walking, engaging in physical activity. The second thing you can do, which is, I believe, even way more important than just physical activity, and putting yourself in a position of, just engaging in walking and getting your body flowing, is practicing prayer, practicing communicating with God, practicing reading the Word of God, practicing being mindful, practicing being aware. This spiritual realm that we have the ability to use to our advantage is so powerful, so incredibly powerful, that the greatest leaders and the greatest successors of all time have utilized this power to achieve what they've achieved. And this is an incredible simple concept. It's sitting down and acknowledging that God exists. It's sitting down and saying a short prayer and thanking God for giving you what He's given you. We take advantage of it. We take for granted, rather, what we have on this planet. We take for granted, the things that are in our life, because one, we're born into them. Sometimes we achieve them, but we're born into a lot of the things that we have. And a lot of the times, things are kind of handed to us. So we forget that there's a blessing to the things that we have. Because you have to keep in mind, there's people who have it so much worse. There's people who don't have homes. There's people who don't have food every day, water every day. There's people who don't have families. So you have to take that in mind and thank God incredibly for what you have. And just say it out loud. Pray to Him and thank Him for what you have. It's one of the greatest and invigorating things that you can do for your soul. And if you practice this every day, you'll end up on this level of peace in your mind and this sound, tranquil, realm in your heart that will be completely fulfilling. And a lot of people think that you need to work towards fulfillment, self-actualization for the rest of your life. But I fully believe it's incredibly possible to do it in a short amount of time and just work on staying at that level. There's so many people that think enlightenment comes with old age. I believe that wisdom comes with old age, and I believe that knowledge comes as you go. You can never stop learning, that's true. But this idea that you can be spiritually evolved at such a young age is completely true to me. I think that a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, young kids, I think they're capable of learning that a God is out there, a God's giving them the things that they have, a God's blessing them, a God's putting challenges in front of them so that they can overcome them, learn from them, and then teach others how to learn from them as well. This is all happening because it's supposed to happen. There's so much that goes into the power of positive thinking when it comes to believing in this God that's given you life, and believing that He sent His Son on this earth to die for the terrible things that we're naturally accustomed to doing as human beings, naturally sinful beings. There's so much that goes into it that you're not keeping account for the sole fact that it's been so long. And you can say that we've been, in a way, shape, or form, brainwashed of the past, but you have to take a step back and realize that the past does exist, and the past exists, and you are where you are based off of the past. So, learn from those who have learned from the past. It's very redundant to think that way, but there's a lot of wish-washy thought that comes with the evolution of thinking. So, in terms of creativity, you put yourself in this realm by engaging in physical exercise, physical activity, and engaging in the practice of your spirit, in the practice of prayer, in the practice of communicating with the God of the universe. That's incredibly important, incredibly powerful to do. The third thing that you could do, the one thing that you can do to really wrap up these two things is engage in writing down your stream of conscience. And this is a lot of people keep a journal, a lot of people keep a diary, a lot of people, physically write in a lot of different kind of books, different styles. But practicing doing this every morning and night allows your brain to just let out what's going on. And a lot of the time, I guarantee you, a lot of the time, you'll end up writing and a lot of stuff that comes out on that paper will be very insignificant. But you'll be very glad that you're practicing this activity. You'll be very glad that you're practicing this when those great ideas come out and are concrete on this piece of paper, or that are concrete wherever you're writing them, wherever you're recording them. A lot of people like to, as well as record their ideas, their stream of conscious on paper, they like to, record it on their voice memo. If you have a phone, I know every phone has the ability to download an app. iPhones come with the app, a voice memo app, and they record their stream of conscious out loud, audibly. A lot of people as well like to do it on video in front of a camera, and this helps them kind of figure out what they're thinking. It helps them kind of understand the concepts that, one, they may be confused about, or one that they're putting together, one that they know a lot about. If you know a lot about a concept and you record that concept, you record your knowledge with video and audio, you are putting yourself in a position to share so much knowledge with the world. You put yourself in the position to communicate on a level where people in the past weren't able to communicate with. We have millions and millions and millions of human beings engaging in watching communication online. This is a thing that we didn't have 200 years ago. We didn't have 100 years ago. We're able to share our knowledge and help everyone level up at the palm of our hands. So if you're at that level where you understand a concept, you need to make sure that you're getting that. Don't let it go to waste is what I'm trying to say. Don't hold your knowledge in and keep it from people, because when it comes down to it, that knowledge could save someone's life. That knowledge could level them up. You are a human being, and people relate to other people, and your face may be someone relates to, or your story may be a story that someone relates to, and that's going to help them, take what you're saying, trust it a little more than someone else, and use it in their life. So if you have knowledge, if you even have experiences, if you could just share that and record yourself doing it and put it out there for people to see with this complete and utter confidence that you don't care what people think, as long as one person sees it and it helps that one person out, then you're going to be doing so much for the world in a positive realm. So in terms of creativity though, recording yourself will help your stream of conscious spit things out that you didn't think were in your brain. You'll end up spitting stuff out that you didn't know was being shoved deep down inside that core of your brain. And it's awesome. It's something that you really want to engage in. So, get outside, get next to nature, rivers, wind, fire, dirt. Be barefoot in dirt. Practice praying to the God of the universe. He's gonna help you out. He's on your side. I guarantee it. He's gonna help you out. And practice recording your thoughts. Write it down, record it on a voice memo, record it in front of a camera. Get this stuff down, because these simple things will help you accomplish way more than you will accomplish if you're struggling with your thought. This is kind of just mind evolution. It's helping your mind become a little better than it was yesterday. This is going to help your stream of thought be clearer. It's going to help you think slower. Slow thinking is good sometimes. We're running at such a fast pace. I guarantee you're a person who's running at such a fast pace. I am. I always am. I'm living in this world of you know, we're all living in this world of fast-paced lifestyles where we're being constantly pulled in every direction. You go through Times Square in New York, and I guarantee I can point out 150 billboards changing electronically to different things and flashing in your eyes. Our brains aren't used to this. So there's a huge evolutionary thing going on in our brains, especially psychologically. You know, we're not thinking how we used to. We're thinking differently, in a good way and a bad way. So we have to remember that the past exists. We exist now because of our past. And we don't want to put ourselves in a position of turmoil and demise because we weren't able to stay grounded in our lifestyle of the past. There's good and bad, so you can take it how it goes. But, you know, share this with someone, and keep it in mind when you're going through while you're attacking the things in your life. You know, this stuff is so important to kind of just like get down and put down as the foundation of your, you know, your thought and your ability to be creative. You know, I feel sunburned. I probably look sunburned. I'm probably like way more burnt than I was 10 minutes ago because this sun is just like killing me right now. But yeah, keep that in mind. Get outside, put yourself in this creative realm. Make sure that you're praying to God about the things that are going on in your life, the good and the bad, and record what's going on, because ultimately it's going to make sure that, you know, your struggles are down and dirty. Your struggles are down, recorded in a way, shape, or form, and it'll help you overcome them by knowing that they exist. We tend to forget that our problems exist because we're so distracted. It's like, oh, my house is on fire. Oh, something's over here. Oh, my house is still on fire. Oh, but something's going on over here. You know, those things that are going down when our house is on fire, the things that are distracting us are the enemy. That's distraction. That's bad. Being distracted is the most, you know, the worst thing that you know could happen to you. You want to stay focused. And even if you're staying focused on not focusing on anything, that's the key. Learn how to focus on not focusing on anything.